Yay.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the TeenStrike launch party. Yay! Everybody say yay!
Yay.
Especially people who work on the books. Say yay!
Yay.
So, welcome,
Here.
everybody. I'm Joe. This is my wife, Sarah. We're from Child's Play Comics. We're here to help my friends Jesse and Roy um, launch Teen Strike #1 and 2. It's a comic that I know that they have worked on since high school, since they both went to high school together. I didn't meet them until college, so that's when I got drafted into this madness. But
We're all mad here.
yeah, but thanks everybody for coming. This is actually going to be the second Kickstarter that we worked on, but the first one that Jesse's doing under his company, Dinosaur Entertainment. So we're just going to take some time tonight to hear from Jesse, from Roy, from me if they let me talk, uh, and just kind of let you know a little bit about what the comic's about. It's going to be on Kickstarter tonight. Once we launch, we're going to launch at the end of this broadcast, and then after that, I know Jesse is looking at ways to have it available to order for people who are not on Kickstarter at all. Um, so my hostess over here, Sarah, is going to keep me in line. What is next here on the agenda?
Oh my goodness.
It's
Because
the
you have
aurora
to talk.
borealis.
All
It's
I'm doing is
possibly
talking, so you have to.
We have Jesse talking about the comic next.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
As you see on the itinerary on the screen to your right, Joe.
Am I right or you're right?
Yeah. I can go. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your
Yeah,
turn.
All right.
I passed the
I'm gonna,
baton.
I'm gonna take us away now. So it's gonna be all visually on you, Jesse.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very much. Well, hey, thanks for people for dropping by. I know it's a little late on a Sunday night. I'm hoping everyone had a good Mother's Day. I know there's some people in here that are mothers, my sister, Gaudi, and uh, and Sarah. Yeah. So we'll be celebrating. Hope you had a good day today. Yeah, so this has been a long time coming. This comic book started off when we were in high school. We love superheroes, we love comic books and everything like that, and we always wanted to imagine ourselves as some kind of like greater version. We always wanted to imagine a greater version of ourselves in high school. And so we just, for fun, just started goofing around and would draw each other as superheroes, various different powers or whatever, reacting to things that were happening around us in school and everything like that. And just over time, over the couple years um, that we were in high school, it just started growing and snowballing and stuff, and more of our friends started getting in on the gag and contributing stories, and we would start making superhero versions of them and all that stuff. And that was a lot of fun. Out of my best friends, we all were kind of staggered, so every year one of us would leave off to college, and just little by little it kind of like just died off, but it was always there. In college, Roy would draw a lot of Teen Strike stuff, and when I was in my college at the Art Institute, I would draw a lot of Teen Strike stuff. One of my first 3D models was Teen Strike characters and stuff like that, so it always existed there. Whenever we would get together, we would always draw and write stories and kind of like reminisce about these kind of things. But for the most part, it was just kind of a story that was in high school and kind of just stayed there for a bit. Fast forward, I would say, well, I guess 25 years later, one of our really good friends, Jerry, passed away, and he was part of the whole thing, and it really kind of caught us off guard, and we didn't know really how to make of it. Now, granted, there's been a lot of people that have passed away around me and everything like that. I'm no stranger to that, but this one was the first time that it was in my inner circle of friends, and that was hard. It took a lot. it took several years, but I just didn't know what to do. And then suddenly I started just back in 2020, or yeah, 2022, the fall of 2022, I started to just model all my friends. I just decided to just make 3D characters out of everyone because I said, well, you know what? Maybe I can make some kind of like little game or something out of them. So I just started modeling everyone. I modeled just a ton of people, and then I came up with the crazy idea of like maybe I can use the 3D models to do like a it's like some kind of like 3D comic book, and I did some tests for that, but the amount of effort was just crazy. And at that point in time, I had started writing the scripts and everything like that because I decided, it was time to tell a story. Um, and so then I ended up recruiting an artist about a year ago, and we started going through the whole concept stages of everything, concepting out the characters, refining all the designs, storyboarding, doing all that stuff, and then about I'd say about 10 months ago, we started actually making a comic book. Um, Fast forward to today, uh, we have the first two issues done. We're about halfway through on the third one, and I'm about halfway through storyboarding the fourth one. I still use those 3D models as kind of like my storyboard kind of thing. Actually, Sarah, can I take over real quick?
Mhm.
I can share a little bit of this because I know that there's some people here that wouldn't mind seeing this. Um, I suppose it's this one. Yeah.
Mhm.
So just real quick, I know that there's some people in here interested in like my creative process here. As you can see with these storyboards, I was using the 3D models that I just rigged up very quickly, using some online tools, and just kind of went through and laid out all the story and everything like that. Going through, detailing it all out, in which point I would include any kind of like real world reference, like this is like our actual cafeteria in school and stuff. Whenever I needed to show things, making notes and doing all that kind of stuff, showing the artist the actual high school that we went to and all that. um and then he then takes those, he refines them into his sketches. So you can see here's the same kind of things, but they're now all sketched out. And then I go in there and I refine the story on top of them to fit some of the visuals that he does. Um, and I adjust my story, and then he starts delivering the inks to me, and then I start doing all the coloring. And that's essentially how this works for between us. It's been very therapeutic. We I have a lot of unresolved issues with the death of Jerry, and it was just one of those like I said, it was very therapeutic for me to come back in here and have one last adventure with all my high school friends. And even then, like this is actually taking like my high school life and my early college life and kind of mashing it together. So I've included friends that I met in college and all these things. um it's been very cathartic. Like it really has been. It's given me a lot of time to kind of reflect what the friendships actually mean to me, what they mean to the people in here, because I still am in contact with pretty much everyone in here. Being able to take my time in here and just watch as the artist Fran comes in here, and he really starts nailing like a lot of these character interactions. It actually really makes me laugh because there's just some of these moments where it's just I don't know how else to put it other than I was there, and even though I wasn't there, it just feels like I was there, and that's really helped a lot with dealing with the overall like just grief of losing Jerry. And it was hard. It was very hard to write the script. Um, because there's a lot of emotion that I put in here in the story. Obviously, it just starts off. This first two issues are kind of like an introduction to the world, but then we start going into the conflict of drama between friends, what it means to get over that drama and continue forward with a renewed goal for everyone, and then what it's going to mean to overcome a great evil. And here's, just kind of putting in here, just you can see we're already halfway through the third issue here too. But there's a lot of moments like this where we're playing, on N64, like this kind of stuff is really, I think, what's helping me kind of heal and overcome a lot of the things that I'm still trying to get over when it comes to dealing with Jerry's death. Because I am basically beating down the trauma of the death with the fond and good memories of everything else that we have, because it's often too easy for us to focus on the negative and just get caught up in the in in the passing of someone, right? And that's why, like, when I pass away, I want everyone to do kind of like a celebration of my life and not necessarily a funeral, because I would rather live in that world than just be stuck in constant mourning. Um, but this brings us to where we are now. The first two issues are complete, and we are trying our best to get them to everyone. So, we're doing this. We're trying to spread the word. We will be launching the Kickstarter at the end of this. Um, I will have a method for everyone who doesn't use Kickstarter to order the books. I was supposed to have it now, but I got way too busy doing some stuff with storage today, and doing I had an internal goal to finish 4 pages for the issue 4 storyboards, and I just barely finished the fourth page right before the call started. So I will be blasting that out. But I just set up a store, and you can just go in there and pre-order the books and all that. But I just need to test it before. I don't want you guys to actually go in there and assume or think that you're pre-ordering and then something goes wrong. Um, Other than that, as far as creative process, as far as anything like that goes, are there any questions that I can answer real quick? See if there's anyone that can talk, or just type it out in the thing. I
Yeah, I'll just watch the chat. Oh, here we go.
I can also show this too. This is a Unity where, whoops, where did my Unity tab go?
Brian's asking, would you prefer ordering it directly from you or using Kickstarter?
Um, Honestly, I think we would prefer Kickstarter, but it doesn't necessarily um, matter to me. The only reason is the Kickstarter has like a very specific goal in mind, which is basically the printing goal. So it is possible that I can redirect that money over to Kickstarter, but at the end of the day, we have a goal. If you have a Kickstarter, just go ahead and do Kickstarter. If not, we could do it the other way. It's fine, whichever way.
All right, Jesse. Well, we're gonna unless you have something else to show, we're gonna give Roy a chance to
Yeah, yeah.
clear
You
his
can go ahead
part.
and do what he needs.
Hello, am I on?
We're trying. Yeah, we're trying to make it to where people can see you.
Okay,
Yes, I have to play around a little bit because I just used
no
to
worries, no worries.
Jesse.
Yeah. How do I just need to stop sharing?
Hello.
Yeah, you're good. If you want to stop sharing
Yep.
it,
Oh, there's Roy.
I can see Roy now.
Hey, how's it going, guys? So like Jesse was saying, he and I and we created co-created this way back in high school. It was a fun project, just something that we always did. Instead of playing sports or something like that, we'd go to band practice and then go to Jesse's, hang out, and just put on some music and just sit there and just spitball and just throw these ideas out of all these adventures. We'd go walking around our small town, just daydreaming really about all these fantastic ideas. We were really heavily influenced by I think Marvel and Image when it had just broken away from Marvel, and there's all these artists and all this fun, shiny new stuff, and we we shared this experience, this love for these comic books at the time, and we were like, well, wouldn't it be fun, if we had powers and we just, we would sit there for hours, we put a movie on or whatever, and just slowly incorporate our friends one by one. They would find their way into our books, and that continues to this day with any other projects. I think for the most part, people we've met along the way, they've been put into this book. And I think the beauty of this one is, like Jesse was saying, we did lose Jerry, and um, this book I think is a celebration of him. It's it's definitely a dedication, but it's a celebration of Jerry, and it's a way to for him to continue to be in our lives. They say no one's ever gone as long as they're remembered, and I like the idea that he is still with us through this, and he'll continue to be. And we have other projects. Jerry is a part; he's a core of all our stories. So there is a version of Jerry, like a multiverse version of Jerry, and I think in every project we've done. And it was just something that just evolved and grew and grew and grew. And then, like Joe said, I met him in college. Actually, let me go back to Jerry. I'm sorry. I met Jerry through Jesse, and we became instant friends. Like he was one of the nicest people I had ever met. Just funny, funny guy. I remember being in class with him and always getting in trouble, cracking up and stuff like that when we should have been paying attention. But he was just one of those guys that just was a part of us. Fast forward to college days, I met Joe randomly, and luckily, I mean, it just worked out that he was or is a fantastic writer, and he has really helped sew like all these stories together and help make this a cohesive thing. And then, of course, Jesse went and refined it later, and reading it even now as a person that was there that went through all this, um, it's really neat to see the story fleshed out this way. And Fran, the artist on this, Jesse sourced out, has done a fantastic job putting this together the way he did. It's like he was there too, and I think that of course that has a lot to do with Jesse storyboarding this. But yeah, it's fun. I mean, I've read it. As a co-creator on it, it's great to see something like this come to fruition and to enjoy it as much as I have. It was like there are times where it feels like I'm watching a Saturday morning cartoon. It's really easy to get lost in the stories and the characters and everything that's happening with it. And the Jesse doing the colors and everything. I love just how exciting and how it's just in your face. He does a really great job of moving the story along and keeping you with the pace of it. Even when it's just dialogue, there's a lot of what we did and said in there, but made for everyone to understand. And hopefully somebody finds a character they relate to, whether it's Jerry, myself, or Joe or Jesse or a number of the other friends we made that are in this book. I think there's a good chance that you'll find somebody you relate to, and hopefully you do, and that'll make the story more believable and more like you'll get lost in it. As this fun adventure that we hope you guys enjoy. And like I said, even me, I lived this stuff, and I was like, okay, wow, this is really, really fun to read. Really good to easy to follow, and just a great story. So yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming. I'm glad Jesse finally just did it. He put it out there for everyone to check out. I can't wait to see where it goes from here. But it is at its core. Yeah, it's about friendship. It's about teamwork. It's about family. It's about the fun stuff too. It's like I think the way we described it, it's like the beginning, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. It's like that, dealing with stuff like that, but continuing through it to see that origin in high school, the problems you deal with as a teenager, but then multiplied with the stress, I guess, and just also the problems that come with being a superhero. But it's a shared community too, so it's great. So it's just imagine, you're a circle of friends, your closest people, you all have powers, and you've got problems, you've got dating problems, you got, your parents are harping on you about your grades, stuff like that. A lot of that, it's in this, and I think that's what really helps kind of sell this sense of family and friends and stuff. And like I said, hopefully you'll find somebody that stands out. You'll find your Wolverine, you'll find your Colossus, whatever, but you'll find that character that most speaks to you. But yeah, again, Joe did a fantastic job just weaving this together. Fran knocked it out of the park with this this book is just amazing. And then of course Jesse with the story, refining it and just giving us this 60-page starter here. These first two issues is fantastic. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it on my part. But any questions? And the cool thing is, like I said, as we keep going, we're going to see more people introduced in the book, and you never know. Especially if you're from back home, you might see yourself in the background or something like that. Some interaction. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, if there's any questions or anything else I can touch on, let me know. But that is my part.
Yeah, the something else I wanted to add a little bit to that is I think the overall goal for this project is to get it out to a kid or some kids that may um, either be suffering with a bit of depression or just can't necessarily or just kind of like lost, kind of like the way I felt a little bit in high school. And hopefully that they can find, as Roy was saying, friends within these pages.
Yeah.
I tried my best to write them in a way that they felt like real people and friends and things like that because it's kind of like it's the book that I wish I had when I was growing up. I've always been big into high school and college dramas. And a lot of times the creators leave that space too fast. They start focusing on other things, and I tried my best to stay in that space as long as possible. In one of the future issues, one of the characters gets grounded and can't go on missions, and what does that do? What does that mean? Kind of thing. Um, it's just a lot of that, all while trying to balance, their life. It's like I a coming of age story of first love, um, friendships, drama, juggling it all. So we'll see how it goes. All I know is that it was time to tell it, and I needed to tell it, and so I'm telling it. Um, I've spent the last, I'd say probably just a little over a year just writing the first two major story arcs, which is the first 15 issues of this are already written. But I've written it all over the world pretty much in all my travels in the game industry. I've taken my laptop with me and I've written in all different countries and uh, I just didn't stop. And like there was one time when I was in Tokyo and I was writing a very emotional scene that I just didn't know how I was going to do it, but I had to do it. And I think being in Tokyo, being alone, um, helped me through it because I was able to deal with it on my own terms. It was hard, and I was, you know, holding back the tears, and I was probably crying a bit too. But it needed to be done, and that was the hardest moment of this book that I had to write. But I got past it, and now I've seen the therapeutic nature of what's been going on here, that I'm able to think about that stuff a little bit easier now without getting as emotional. So I think that the book overall worked for me. And one of my friends was going through a real bad situation with his ex-girlfriend, and I sent him the script and he read it and he said that it really cheered him up and kind of did all that for him. So I know the book's I already considered a success just because it helped him through that. Because while this book will get dark, but that's still like 13 to 15, or yeah, 13 issues from now. Um, I try and stay positive through most of this. Just try and reflect on the simpler time that we all had, that we all, the whole reason nostalgia exists is, we want to go back to a simpler time in life where we didn't have to pay bills. And the biggest worry was, can we get to homecoming? Will I get grounded if I go out? That kind of stuff. And so if that makes anyone smile, then I consider that to be a success. So that's really all I had to say left on that. If you want to move on, Joe.
Yeah, we're gonna just take just a few minutes. We're gonna go over the Kickstarter here, but if there's any other questions, you can just drop them in the chat. We can try to answer them. I don't know if we mentioned too that we are gonna play a game at the end.
Yes, I
We're
don't
gonna do
think we
some,
did.
yeah, we're gonna do some prizes. So that will be coming after we
Go over the Kickstarter.
yeah. But real quick, if you have any questions so far, uh, how to Oh, and we have a question of how to get these comics in India.
My
Isn't
goodness.
there going to be a digital option, right?
Yeah, there's always a digital option, Gotti, but if you because I know you and Sandeep may want some, I could just mail them to you. Or if I could just take them to you at one of the conventions that I'll see you guys at. But I don't mind mailing stuff internationally.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be great, Jesse. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I look forward for the mail.
Yeah, that's if you want to go ahead and start heading to the Kickstarter.
Sure.
Yeah, because we are going to have an international option um, as part of the Kickstarter itself. So let me go ahead and it's actually that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go.
So just gonna go over here real quick. You know, this is not live yet, but it will be by the end. So we've kind of already given you the overview. There's Jesse showing that it is a complete book. So there are some people on Kickstarter who that's a big deal. Yeah, there you go. He has it in his hand. Um, it is a big deal, especially coming right out of the gate with your first Kickstarter to show up with a complete book. So we're hoping that that shows the seriousness of us putting this together. Here's a real life picture of Jerry, which you'll be able to see on the Kickstarter probably more clearly when you can go to it. Oh, Jesse, somebody asked me, is teenstrike.com going to redirect to the Kickstarter when it goes live? Because I think the address changes when you hit launch, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I can do that right after this.
Okay. Yeah, you can see more. You can spend more time seeing some of the detailed artwork that Fran has done that we've been gushing over tonight because he really has done a great job. And so here we try to keep it pretty simple here with the Kickstarter. It's going to be 4 different covers. This is cover A, the main cover that
I can't hear you, Joe.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear Joe though. That might be you, Roy.
Okay.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay, yeah, Brian says in the chat he can hear me.
All right, there you
So cover A is by Fran, the interior artist, and Jesse did the colors and the layout. Cover B is again by Fran and Jesse. It's just a different layout here showing the characters with their assigned numbers, which is something you'll find out in the story why that is. When we did our Kickstarter back in the fall, we made a connection with another indie creator named Fish Lee. Very, very awesome gentleman that we've met. We've actually been on his show once already. We're going to be on his show again this Tuesday night at 8 Central. So look for that. But we were able to commission a cover from him. And so he did an awesome job of matching the look of the characters and setting up cover C here. We're also doing a thing that is pretty popular on Kickstarter, which is basically doing what's called an early bird special. So within the first 48 hours, you can grab cover D at a discount. Same interiors, obviously, it's just a different cover. And it was just Jesse came up with this idea of doing one sideways cover, and it's this really cool shot of the characters on top of Rio Hondo High School there. So just something unique and a way that if we know times are tough, if you can't afford the full comic, I'm going to go over some other options here. Like we were just saying, for anybody that's out of country that doesn't want to pay the international shipping, we do have the digital option where you'll get it's cover A and it's the entire comic you can read on any device. If you want a digital copy of all the covers, you can do the digital deluxe option just for $1 more, and you'll get the option to have all 4 covers digitally apart from the book itself. Here's the early bird special. It's only $12 plus shipping, of course. So you'll get that, and you'll get the digital cover with the cover A. If you want cover A only, you can get both the physical and the digital of that. Cover A is going to be the digital copy that you get regardless. So you can get cover A or B for the same amount. Cover C is just $1 more, just because it's a little bit more exclusive coming from a different artist. And the one that we hope you all consider, because we gave a really good discount on this, is you get the tier with all the covers, and that includes all the digital versions of the covers, and it's only $49 plus shipping. So that's a huge discount. It's just a way to kind of give the Kickstarter a nice little boost, of course, but also so that way you can enjoy all of these exclusive covers, whether it be the physical, and you can also enjoy them digitally as well. So that pretty much teenstrike.com is where Jesse's going to redirect. So if you share out the Kickstarter to anybody else, it'll be super easy to just give them that address, and it'll take them straight to the Kickstarter. So next up, I'm going to pass it over to Sarah, who's going to play our little game here.
You want to just write the teenstrike.com thing?
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, right now it'll still take you to the pre-launch page, which there's still time to sign up if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian just has a quick question. He says, I'm only seeing info in issue 1. It is issue 1 and 2, Brian. I'm sorry I didn't clarify that. If you look here, let's see, where is it most? Oh, it's because the PDF. There it is.
It's tiny.
Yeah, I don't know if it's easy to see on your screen, Brian, but it does say here TeenStrike number 1 and 2. So it's a full 60-page book. So essentially the first 2 issues all combined into one large debut issue. But yeah, the crazy mastermind behind it all. There it is.
Yeah, that's the right picture.
All right, so yeah, okay, yeah, he said it was too small to see, so.
No worries, yeah.
Yeah, I can put it here on my webcam too, so you can see that it says issue 1 and 2.
Ooh, there you're there. Now you can see it nice and big. There you go.
Wow, cats.
Yep.
All right. So I have a nice little Kahoot game to play here for fun. A lot of it is going to be a guessing game of what you think the superpowers are of the characters. But it's going to be a fun one, I think. And also, as it goes here, we have prizes for first, second, and third place. So.
Oh, you want to put the link in the chat for them?
Oh yeah, I will. I haven't launched it yet. I'm about to. First, I have to press start. Then it will let me.
So this game is playable by just simply clicking on the link if you've never played Kahoot before, and just putting in the game pin, and it's just simply.
If you click the link, you actually don't have to put in anything.
Oh, okay.
If you go to www.kahoot.it, then you can put in the game pin there to join. But you can also just click the link I put in the chat box. Either way works. And then basically it's going to have. I
think Roy's about to ask if they
can play. Go, Roy. Go, Roy, go.
Oh, ask, can the creators play? I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you might have a little bit of an advantage.
Just a little. I forget most stuff, so we're all right.
Yeah, just about to oh,
yes,
yeah.
He might have.
Ross says she has to abstain from participating too.
You know, too much. All right. All right. Who else do we have in here? Because I want to give people time to get there. There's Brian. Okay.
Yeah, because we're gonna give top 3 prizes, so we need at least 3 people.
That's the rule, right?
There are no wrong answers. Well, there are, but it's okay. It's fun. No pressure.
Yeah, Brian, be careful with that.
Yeah, not that.
Be careful with that. Only click on our link.
Oh dear.
Anybody else? Need at least one more person.
Matt, are you gonna play? I'm singling you out, Matt.
Go ahead and put the link in the chat again, just in case they miss it.
Just in case, okay. It's okay. Brian's having fun changing his character while we're waiting.
Yeah, I wanted to see if Fletcher, Sandeep, or Becky wants to play. Who else is in here?
Oh,
Well, now we lost somebody. Oh,
Oh, here.
there we go.
go.
We have a third person at least.
One more minute and then we start.
Yeah, we'll give it one more minute. If you still
Okay.
need to join, we're gonna give you one more minute. I think Joe's setting a timer or something.
Oh, Joe.
Yep.
Yep. Feel free to play with your avatar while you wait.
Well, we're definitely going to have a first, second, and third.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
You can probably just start. You don't have to wait for that timer.
Yeah, I think 5 more seconds. 2, 1.
All right, go for it.
We might have some multitaskers here. All right, let's go.
TeenStrike launch trivia.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Just about to.
Beautiful announcement. When were the ideas for TeenStrike first born?
Choose your color.
Yes, red when Joe was in college, blue when Jesse and Roy were in high school, yellow when Jesse and Roy were in college, or green when Jesse and Roy were in elementary school.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I tricked one person.
Becky's in
that.
Right. Which nerd is this?
Nah.
You have to wait for the picture. Is it? Is it red Jesse, blue Roy, yellow Joe, or green Sarah? I hope that's not me. But...
Oh my God, 3 different answers.
Wow, that one's Joe, everybody.
To be fair, Joe showed me his high school photo, and I still don't believe it's him.
Yeah, it is fair.
That was a deep fake. That was a deep fake.
No, this version
Jesse's
of me
power?
needs to be deep faked.
Jesse's power, is it red, green smoke, blue, energy blasts and explosions, yellow, flames, or green, green jello? I even matched the color on that one at least.
He has the power to move you.
Yep. Oh my God, who picked green jello?
Nice.
Whoever picked green jello is required to buy the $49 tier now.
Wow, look at that.
What are Dave's powers? All right, we have red telepathy and telekinesis. Blue, boom and boom power. Yellow, strength and invulnerability. And green, speed burst and electrogenesis.
Ooh, big word.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we tricked them.
Yeah.
Tricked them again.
Nobody got that one.
Yep, telepathy and telekinesis. What is Roy's other power besides flying? Is it red, blue, and white flames? Blue, teleportation. Yellow, electrogenesis. Or green, dressing really sharp.
Looking good, looking good. I'll help you out there. The answer is D.
Oh, we have somebody get it right. Oh, it's getting close. Getting close. What is Monica's power? Is it red, charm, blue, attitude, yellow, summoning, or green, shapeshifting? It looks like it could be attitude.
Sass. It's definitely sass.
Uh-huh. Oh, nobody got that one.
Oh. Well, I mean, the picture didn't really tell you.
Yeah, that's true. You would have had to really pay attention to what was going on in the cover.
Yep.
Becky still
We didn't say it was an easy game. What is Gabe's power? Is it red, extraterrestrial communication, blue, power blast, yellow speed burst, or green cool glasses?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the answer.
Okay, you're about to find out. That is speed burst.
Yep.
Somebody got it.
Oh, good.
Oh, Brian
Oh.
takes the lead.
Oh,
We just snuck up there. Look at that. What is Steven's power? Is it red, relaxation? Or green, wow. Blue, telepathy. Telepathy. I can't speak
Come on,
anymore.
we got 10 seconds.
Yellow, elasticity, or green, summoning. But what if my words don't work anymore?
Oh no, elasticity.
Oh, elasticity did not win. He's the one with the stretchy neck on the cover. But again, you may not have the cover memorized, so we're not judging. What are Anna's powers? Hold on, just save either way. Red, teleportation and telekinesis. Blue, teleportation and telepathy. I didn't read fast enough. Everyone finished.
Reading and learning stuff.
you know, if you
Reading
know
and
Anna,
learning.
that's actually accurate.
Yes, but the power part.
Talking to her, I always felt like a caveman. I was like, oh,
Oh, Becky said she got out and can't get back in. Oh,
oh no.
Oh.
I guess it doesn't let you once the game starts.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not really sure for Kahoot.
I think that's what it is.
It may be. Let me look at this real quick. It gives me a
Uh-oh.
yeah, well, that sounded like somebody getting kicked out of the
It's because she was cheating. She was texting Jesse the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Becky. You can try the link again. I mean, it'll be the same link if it lets you join late.
Sorry about that.
Apparently, it won't let me fix anything in the settings for that.
Well, I'm out.
What are Travis's powers? Oh, I might as well not read it. Brian got that one right. I think Brian's gonna win.
Possibly.
You can still enter in the chat box for fun if you can't get into the Kahoot. Just FYI, if you want to.
Yeah, last question, Brian. I'm not sure what happened.
Oh yeah, this is the last question. What is Juan's power? Red, speed burst. Blue, smiling. Ah,
No,
it was summoning.
we already had speed burst from earlier.
Yes, well, it's hard to keep track.
Yeah.
How do you have negative points?
By default, it looks like GK is our third place. Becky is our second place. And in first place, we have Brian.
Woo!
Yes, you became the only player, Brian, because Becky got kicked out, unfortunately. And I think something helped him with GKs because he didn't play for part of it, so maybe he got kicked out as well.
All right. Finish Kahoot. Let's close and launch this thing.
Yeah, that's all you. I'm gonna stop the share now.
All right. Well, sorry Kahoot didn't cooperate, but but thanks for playing those who tried to play.
It was fun. Thank you.
But yeah, that pretty much covers everything we wanted to go over about the comic. So Jesse, I'm gonna let you do the honors. If you have it pulled up, you can hit launch and we get this thing live and get people pledging. He's like, I'm drawing the next issue. I'm busy.
Yeah, 1 second. How did I do that?
And how long do they have to become a, what's the word for this? How long do they have till order the book on Kickstarter?
The pledge, we set it to 30. We set it to 30 days.
All right, people. So 30 days. Share it with your friends, your families, your dog. Let them all know that this book is coming out. It is amazing. Like, I think we're gonna put the link right. The TeenStrike.com should go to the Kickstarter.
Yeah, he's gonna
Oh,
fix
Brian
that.
has a question.
Okay. Yeah.
Brian
So
was asking how many issues this is. This arc is 7, right, Jesse? That we got for
Yeah,
sure.
the first arc, which is called TeenStrike versus the Slayer, is seven issues. The first issue obviously is a 1 and 2 mega issue with a prologue, and then the last issue by itself is the same size. It's going to be another 60 pages with an epilogue. It's going to be a massive. So at the end of the day, it's almost like 8 issues, and then that's going to bleed right into the next 7 or actually the next 8 issues, which is Teen Strike versus Cybercom. That's the second story arc. So at the end of the day, the whole thing is going to be about 20, 22, 24 issues.
So nice, healthy story.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, I think I did this thing. Let's see, launch project. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens indeed.
All
And
right.
are there going to be any other rewards or anything on this?
On the Kickstarter?
Yeah.
There
No,
you
that's everything we went over.
Okay.
go.
Just want to answer
Teen
questions that other people might not know yet.
Yeah, teenstrike.com still goes to the full live page.
Woohoo!
Yay, we are live.
Woohoo!
Yay.
All right, peeps. If you have Kickstarter and we're playing it back the book, now's the time.
48 hours for the special discount, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
discount. I remember you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that 48-hour cover, I'm only gonna really print the amount that are ordered on that one too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Make it really special.
hmm
Really limited. So
But again, for those that don't have Kickstarter, I'll be pushing a link to a pre-order store, or we can do that if needed. But if you do have a Kickstarter, I would really prefer um, to be tracked by Kickstarter. Kickstarter allows us to create and cultivate a community, and so it works really well. There's a lot of other really great projects on there too.
Mhm. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, we'll be cross promoting with Fishly on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central. So you can look for the link on that, either my Facebook, Jesse's, or we'll also put it on Dinosaur's uh, Facebook as well.
And then
But
you also recorded this so that this will be played later, right? We can post it
yes,
and other people
I'm
can watch
gonna put this. Yes, I'm gonna put this up on the Child's Play YouTube channel, so you can watch
it.
it
Okay,
at
cool.
leisure.
Yeah, so feel free to share that if y'all go to that, so that people can watch it if they're curious. They
Brian
want to.
Pledge, thank you, Brian.
Awesome.
Woohoo! They have just gotten our first pledge.
Sweet.
I mean, we at least have one. Was it the first? Probably.
Yeah, he's
It
the
sure
first.
was. Yep.
Woohoo!
Thank you,
Awesome.
Brian.
First
Thank
backer.
you.
We'll
Thank
see
you
if
for
we
your
can put
support.
something special in your book.
Ooh.
Oh, or promises have been made. All right.
Um, yeah, just so let's see. What can I do here? Where is? Yeah, you can see here the cover for issue, one of the special covers for issue 3,
Oh, cool.
because there's gonna be they're gonna go to their friend's house to go play in the pool, and this is the default cover for issue 3, the kind of like setting up that issue. So we're already way ahead working
Wow.
on the next ones.
Man, that
Very
look cool.
contrasting covers. Like here's
Hmm?
the action and here's somewhere hanging
hmm
out.
But yeah, no, thank you for everyone for stopping by. If you have any other questions, you know where to find me, most of you at least, or if not, at least know where to find Joe. And yeah, just let us know, and we can try and talk to you guys and see exactly, what we can do, for you.
Well, thanks
All
everyone.
right. Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. We appreciate the support.
Thanks for coming,
Again.
everybody.
Friends.
I think we'll go ahead and stop the recording here. Call it.
Mhm.
All right.